I'm often asked why I do this podcast. I set this podcast up about a year ago and it was quite fortuitous actually, because I had quite a bad accident and it rendered me unable to walk for 6 months. And so for 6 months I was sat at home and I was just sat with my feet up on the table, really unable to move. And I decided to use this as an opportunity to connect with people online. And so the idea was I opened up my LinkedIn profile and I put into Google, who are the top 100 negotiators in the world? And I had the time on my hands because I was at home, I wasn't working, and I couldn't move. And so I decided just to try and contact each one of these people who were on the top list of the top 100 negotiators in the world. And initially my idea was just to have conversations with them. I just wanted to see whether they would be open to have conversation, to exchange ideas, exchange insights on the world of negotiation. And I was completely blown away by the the goodwill that was shown by so many people, so many fantastic unsung heroes, negotiators in different walks of life, in different verticals. Some of them are in hostage negotiations, some of them are in sales and procurement, others are in mergers and acquisitions, and others are in conflict resolution. But there are many different verticals of negotiation, and there are some fantastic experts who are plying their trade, learning, sharing and growing and helping other people in their negotiations to come up with better outcomes. And so the aim of this podcast is just to provide a platform for some of these experts to share their knowledge. Some of them are very well known within the field and others not so well known. And so we wanted to create a platform where I can have a half an hour conversation with these people, talk to them about their interests, talk to them about their negotiation experience. But I'm also quite keen not just to know the negotiation experience they have, I'm quite keen to get to know the personalities, because I think it's quite fascinating how many different personalities there are that have decided to go into the world of negotiation. And I think this is a reflection on us all, that we are all negotiators. I tried to show in the podcast that there isn't one specific type of personality that favors negotiation. And I think if you have a look at some of the guests, you'll see that they are wide and varying, and all with completely different styles. And so I hope that you do sign up. I hope that you do subscribe to the podcast, either on YouTube. You can follow us on YouTube, or on Spotify, or on iTunes. We're on iTunes now. And I hope that you can maybe glean some information, some insights into how to become better negotiators for yourself. And that's the reason for Empathy at the Table. Why the name Empathy at the Table? Because too often the word negotiation has been associated with war, with battle, with conflict. And whilst this is true in some cases, this isn't the only side of negotiation. Negotiation is a tool, is a strategy, it's an approach for us to be able to have some challenging, difficult conversations and move us from unresourceful to resourceful, where actually it can be possible for both sides or all parties involved to create situations that alternatively or ordinarily they wouldn't be able to create for themselves. Now, I'm not under no illusion that every situation can be negotiated, nor am I under any illusion that every situation, every negotiation is a happy flower, collaborative style negotiation. Some negotiations by their very nature have to be competitive in style. But what I want to do is just want to shine a light on the different types of negotiations that they are, and empower people with the skill set to be curious about how to become better negotiators for themselves. And that's the aim of Empathy at the Table. I hope you've enjoyed, and please subscribe to us.